All right. Welcome back to another long-awaited and exciting edition of the E.S.G. and Rockett Show, people. We back at it on a very, very special edition because the man E.S.G. got some news. Let me break it down. Let me be the hype man for you real quick, okay?
All right.
You already know E.S.G., Everyday Street Gangster, is a legendary H-Town rapper. We known it. Everybody in the streets know it. Now the entire city of Houston knows it.
Yeah.
Because that man E.S.G. has his own day. October 6th is officially E.S.G. Day in Houston.
October 6th of all days. I don't know how they picked October 6th, but hey, it is what it is.
But let me break it down like this though, man, because that was actually a very important day for Houston.
Yeah.
October 6th. You had what happened? The Astros beat the Indians.
Figgy.
Got them out of here pretty quick. You had Derrick Lewis from H-Town knocked out the Russian.
My ball's hot.
And won. And the next, Travis Scott performed on Saturday Night Live.
Which DJ Screw in the background.
Yes, held it down for H-Town. And also, the next day, the Texans beat the Cowboys.
Wow, they called the Texas Super Bowl.
It really was, man.
Yeah, so that's a great show. How long has it been since the Texans beat the Cowboys? It's been a while.
It's been a while,
long
man.
time.
They only play like once every 4 years or so. So
they should make that a yearly game. But man, it's a great feeling, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that everybody, played a part of it. My whole team, they all knew before I did. You know,
okay.
One of my homeboys, RB, you know RB.
Yeah.
He can't hold ice water, so I didn't know what he was talking about. So he told me earlier that night. He said, "Yeah, man, they got a little surprise for you. Just chill." So I'm thinking like, well, maybe I'm finna get a big check or something. You know what I'm saying? so I didn't know what was gonna come out, and then I hear this little light voice while I'm on stage just comes out, and the voice is saying, "Hold up, you give them their flowers while they're here." And I looked, and it was none other than my manager, your sister, Rocky.
Yep.
And man, it was a beautiful thing. So, a lot of people, I've never asked for a day. A lot of people on my social media have always been saying, "ESG, man, get you a day. You need a day."
Yep.
You're always trying to help people do something. So with that being said, man, I'm happy. I'm honored to have my own day, and I'm going to do something with my day to make it stand for something. So I'm already in preparation for next year.
Okay.
So y'all get ready. Every year around October 6th, there's going to be all kind of festivals going on. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a 3-day event with all the different cultures. I normally call it Screwed Up Culture Fest, and that's pretty much what it is. But I got a lot of stuff in store. So just like Drake got his How Week, Drake Appreciation Week, I'm having my ESG Week, man.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's quick and fast like that.
I already noticed you rolling a little bit different ever since you got your own day, man.
Oh man.
You big time with us now.
I took the helicopter and I landed on the next building. I came down, and as soon as I walked in the building, I had a waiter. I don't know where he come from. He just said, "Mr. ESG, here's your Starbucks." So I had my Starbucks. Now it's on, baby.
Yes, sir.
Now let me turn back to the regular ESG. Everyday Street Gangster. What it do? We back for the Rockett Show, and pow, pow, pow. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready, man. You ready? Let's get it in. Figgy. That's our producer. Y'all don't know
what's happening.
Figgy from the Jim the Juice podcast as well. Happy belated birthday to you as well, man.
Thank you.
The man hit 30 years old.
Yes, what? Man. Yeah, man. Look, your birthday. Guess how great your life is now. Your birthday is only one day after ESG Day. So your life is for next year's birthday. Your next year when you celebrate your birthday, you should be at the festival.
I will.
It was meant to be, man. It was meant to be.
Yeah. Let's get it, man. Let's talk about entertainment. Let's talk about sports. Yes. Let's talk about everything this week that happened.
Let's break down some NFL first, man.
Of course, man.
So let's first break down the Texas Super Bowl.
The Texas Super Bowl. Houston.
Overtime game. Sunday Night Football. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott versus Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt, et cetera, et cetera. You know the cast.
Gotcha.
Overtime. It was ugly, like all Texans wins are lately, but they won. Mm-hmm. Texans won 19-16, I believe. In overtime. Did you stay up to watch this whole game? And how did you feel?
Of course. I had to film. I'm filming the movie Screwed Up Christmas. It's coming out for Christmas, but we had to film that day, right? So I was so mad. I was like, dang. But filming wrapped up at 8, about 8:30. But I TiVo'd the game, of course. Uh-huh. So when I'm TiVoing or recording, I don't go on social media because they're going to give it away.
Yeah, of course.
So I had to get off all social media.
You got to turn off your phone.
I had to turn off the radio, just go blank silence. I made it home. So I'm watching the game, and I actually thought, I knew we had a chance to win.
Yeah.
But I thought we were going to lose. But I'm going to tell you, Deshaun Watson took some hits in that game, man.
We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Man, I'm talking about those trying to reach for those, that fourth and goal. They clobbered him, man, about 3-4 times. But I already knew the Cowboys really don't have offense. And the way we won, Ezekiel Elliott been wearing them little bitty short half shirts. So by he wearing them half shirts, he's giving his Cowboys a little bad luck. So, it's the Texas Super Bowl. Was so crazy the Cowboys fans want to fight. Like, it's ridiculous and retarded to me how on social media you make any kind of post talking about the game, out of 50 or 100 comments, there are going to be 2 knuckleheads who want to fight.
Of course.
Man, F Houston, for y'all bet next time y'all flood. No, I'm trying. let me correct that. This is how they really talk. Next time y'all flood down there, don't be worried about us helping y'all down there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all flood down there. We ain't coming to help y'all no more. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We have the bragging rights for however many next years. And
yes,
the Cowboys fans, they love to bring up those rings, those dusty
20
rings.
years ago.
I think it's more than 20 now. It was 95. I think 95, you know what I'm saying? It's 2018. It's going to be 30 in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is, man. It's funny. What's your take on it?
I thought it was an ugly game, man, but I'll take it.
Yeah, man.
I'll take it.
Yeah, man.
They don't play very often, and when they do, I don't want Dallas Cowboy fans to have any bragging rights.
No.
Okay. I don't want them to have any rings in my lifetime, and I don't want them to have any significant wins over the Texans.
That must say any rings in my lifetime.
I just don't.
So I guess we're both 23. Yeah.
Actually, no, I did. Okay, never mind. I take that back because they did get rings in my lifetime. Yeah. But I don't want any more to see.
They won't.
Takeaways from this game, no. Some bad news apparently we learned about today. Apparently Deshaun Watson took one too many hits. So
because I didn't hear yet.
The news is, I think, kind of unofficial but official at the same time, is being reported. Deshaun Watson suffered a chest injury in the game, and now he is questionable. Yes.
Who we play?
It is the Bills.
He can sit out there. Oh, Lord, we don't even have it.
Exactly.
Oh, we got Joe Webb. I'll take Joe Webb over Brandon Weeden.
Brandon Weeden going to start off with Joe Webb.
I want Webb.
Nah. I mean Brandon Weeden going to start off with Joe Webb.
Yeah. Brandon Weeden, it just depends on which Allen shows up for the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's heartbreaking news. I knew something. They thought it was rib injury in the game. I heard them talking. But, man, he was taking some hits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some hits. And when he threw that last interception, that's when I got nervous.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to,
slow to get up.
I thought we was going to really lose that time. But, shout out to the Texans, man. They won the Texas Super Bowl, as we would like to call it. So, everybody from Dallas, if you're upset and mad, get over with. That's what the business is. We praying for Deshaun Watson,
yes, sir.
Hopefully it's like a contusion or something,
Even if it's like a rib, that hurts, but it's not an ACL.
Yeah.
You can recover from it.
In the NFL, a lot of people play with bruised ribs or something. Like, you would have known if it was broke. It was a cracked rib, You probably would have, but
you would left the field.
Figure, I know you from Cleveland. Get them Texans a hand, get them Texans a round of applause, man. We ain't gonna talk about your Cleveland Indians.
The Browns won, though. The Browns won.
The Browns are my new fun. The Browns were on primetime TV.
They were.
You haven't seen the Browns on TV since I've been born.
Money Mayfield, man.
They ain't been on TV since Jim Brown was playing football. And they are actually, and for them to beat, they should have beat Pittsburgh, we know that. But to beat the Baltimore Ravens after the Ravens slaughtered Pittsburgh,
we could have been 5-0.
Y'all should be 5-0. Yeah, y'all might win the division.
Yeah, we was in
I don't
3
know,
overtime.
ahead of myself, but you really might win the division.
Yeah, we was in 3 overtime games, and every game it came down to the wire.
I can't believe this, y'all. Figure he just shed a tear.
It's true.
He had a tear.
2 wins, man.
He's from Cleveland. A tear is running down his eye. He's like, "Mama, we made it." You know what I'm saying? What else in the NFL, man? We get
that's really about it. The Rams and the Chiefs are still kicking ass.
Oh man, that Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He didn't throw any. He didn't throw any touchdowns this week, but he ran for 2.
Yeah, he did.
But they still won.
The Jaguars looking.
See, but that's good. Because look, so crazy. The Texans gonna mess around. Make the playoffs the way our division is set up right now.
Here's the thing, though. Here's my question. I know everybody wants their team to make the playoffs because in football,
I feel what you're saying.
You never know what's going to happen.
I feel what you're saying.
Me personally, I'll take the higher draft pick and miss because you know this team.
Being a political loser.
I'm just look. The Texans are not a championship team.
Looking at what's the Texans? Why you acting like them, man? Come on, man.
I'm just saying,
man. Look, the only team that's unbeatable right now in the AFC are the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
Everybody else can lose. Why not go for it? If everybody else can lose, you go for it, man.
Here's the thing, man. I watch every minute of every Texans game. It's kind of my job, so I do it not always by choice. No. But just looking at this team, man, you can tell. Man, they got problems, man. Like offensively, defensively, like they're just not there.
We just made it through the first quarter of the season.
Yeah.
There's 11 more games, son. Sit back and watch, and root the right way. Don't let me catch you feeling like that. Now, when you're gonna be at the game, J.J. Watt gonna want to slap you. You're gonna be talking about ESG, man, get over here, man. Hey, man,
I'm telling you, I'm ESG homeboy.
Yeah, man, tell me so I can help you, man. But I think. Hold up, we can't. I'm originally from Louisiana.
Yep.
So let me turn it to a New Orleans. Why, bruh? Say, Woody, you got to give Drew Brees some love, bruh. Say, bruh, that boy passed Peyton Manning, bruh. Say, why, Woody? He passed, and he over Tom Brady, bruh. Saints, Woody, my mama texts me at, whenever this is how my mama watch football. Mm-hmm. She never say the correct way, but this is exactly what she say. If they're on defense, if the Saints on, she don't watch no other games. If the Saints on defense, take that ball, and you better catch it, motherfucker, you stupid. That's how she watched the game. So she texts me a long paragraph talking about why Drew Brees is rolling tonight, baby. So I started watching the game, man. At halftime, I didn't want to watch no more, man.
Yep.
That was embarrassing.
It was terrible. I mean, for the Redskins, it was bad.
What?
But for Saints fans, they loved it, of course.
They loved that. So
yeah,
they actually looked like the Super Bowl prediction.
They look good. Drew Brees looks pretty good this year, man.
Man, he got front. They spreading.
Yeah.
Then they using the boy Hill from BYU, the backup QB. He made about 3 touchdowns this year.
Yep.
They run the spread with him, so they giving you a little conventional little. Saints, you better be. That NFC is wide open.
It is.
The Rams are tough. We thought they were going to be good on paper. Yeah. The Rams are really tough. They had a little
outside of them.
But my team, my quarterback, he wears his hair like Figgy, and I don't know what he wore this week, but as long as he won.
Talking about Cam?
Yeah, my boy.
Okay.
Yeah, Cam. yeah. So, did you watch in NBA preseason yet?
I mean. I've seen highlights. I haven't watched. It's hard for me to watch preseason games, man.
No, the other night, bro, they let LeBron play the whole first half. Hey, man, that was a good game, man.
Okay.
The Lakers look good. Melo only seen one game.
Okay.
They looked pretty good, so, So what's your, it is what it is.
I mean,
man.
we know how the season gonna end, man.
So
okay,
next week,
let's
will it start next week?
Huh? Yeah, next week the season starts.
So I wanted to watch the Warriors game last night, but I just hate the Warriors.
You should.
Like I hate the Patriots.
Yeah.
I hate the Warriors. I hate the Patriots. I don't hate the Cowboys. I'm just like
their fan base is worse. Yeah,
it's like if you grew up in L.A. or Chicago, you grew up in the blood neighborhood.
Yeah, you gotta hate Snoop Dogg.
You gotta hate the Crips. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of Snoop, shout out Snoop. We had
yes,
he was
sir.
in H-Town with the redemption of a dog play.
Yes,
but so there's really no NBA news really. Oh yeah, it is. You remember Murray for the Spurs, the new point guard?
DeJounte Murray. Yeah, he got hurt out for the season.
That boy tore his ACL.
Yeah,
and you just said about preseason.
Yeah.
They're going to start taking a page out of the NFL and play one quarter or so.
Here's the thing. You don't see a lot of that in the NBA.
Right.
You don't see a lot
That's
of
true.
you don't see a lot of injuries in the preseason.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's a one-off, you could just treat that as a freak accident. Now, if LeBron go down,
right,
or Steph goes down.
I'm telling you, I was so nervous. Because he running hard. You know what I'm saying? He running hard. I was so... And it looks like he found somebody in L.A. to make his hair fill in.
He been had that.
No.
He had the Deion surgery for a while now.
They must have did surgery on half his head. Because his middle part is not good. But the other night on the bench, my wife say, well, look at LeBron's hair. His hair look right. I say, somebody in L.A., L.A. got all the movement. So, they sprayed it in good in L.A. But I was nervous. I didn't want LeBron to get hurt.
Got the surgery.
He was running hard, though. You know what I'm saying? But how's your son doing?
You talking about James Harden?
Oh, your son.
My son?
Yeah.
Who's my son?
You are LeVar Ball, aren't you?
Man, stop it.
Look at LeVar Ball. How's Lonzo doing? Anyway, but NBA
You tell
is not
me.
here, so let's keep
I
it
have
going.
I have one more NFL question to talk to you about. How do you feel about this whole Odell Beckham Jr. throwing Eli Manning under the bus, reportedly having little snarky comments during the interview, having Lil Wayne there too, and now Lil Wayne got something to say about it. How do you feel about that whole situation, man?
I really think Peyton and Eli can beat up Odell and Lil Wayne. If they can really get in a fight, I think Peyton and Eli beat them up. You know what I'm saying? But here's my thing with that. Odell is making all the noise right after he got the check. So that's what's making the coaching staff and, the brass of the Giants, it's making it tougher for them to react in a way of throwing, because they know Eli is on his way out, But Eli is not getting any protection either. Barkley is doing what he could do. He doing it, college diving in the end zone, almost tore his ACL. You saw that?
Yeah.
But Odell, you are already Odell is an attention whore. Very much. Any man that love to always, anytime you show you in the jacuzzi with all men, you like attention. You know what I'm saying? So he always in the jacuzzi with the boys rubbing feet. Man, I just
Stand at the Drake house.
I went to give me a pedicure, and all the women were busy, right? So the Asian man say, he come rolling his stool over there. I said, where you going? You don't want me to do your feet? Hell no! Ain't no man rubbing on my damn feet.
Hold on,
Get your ass away from here.
Hold on, man.
I'm just saying, Odell in the jacuzzi rubbing feet with everybody, but you want to talk about Eli. Stop rubbing feet with everybody.
You can't go
his boundaries, bro. So you gonna let the Chinese man do your feet?
You gonna let anybody? First off, getting a pedicure and manicure period is seen by some people as very feminine to begin with.
Listen, I would never get one for a long time, right? I used to tell my wife, I'm like, man, I ain't getting that. There's a line on the song I had with Zero featured on this. Zero say men shouldn't even lotion their feet. But see, I wear flip flops, so by me wearing flip flops, I was not gonna walk around with crust on my feet, man. When I got the first pedicure, that feel like sex, man. An Asian lady, man, she put them hot rocks on my ankles, just rubbing them. Man, you crazy? I'm gonna go once a month and give me one. But anyway. Odell is overstepping his boundaries to me. You know what I'm saying? You hating on you throwing on the whole team, but that's only because he has gotten that check. That's what I'm telling you, bro. You have to watch Ballers, man. I know they don't sponsor us or pay for us to tell you that. Ballers is so hard, but that's the kind of stuff that you see, and it seems so real. But The Giants, they drafted a running back.
Yep.
The city wanted a quarterback.
I mean, on paper, their offense should be a lot better. I know their offensive line is terrible.
They came back on us.
You got Saquon Barkley. You got these star receivers. They should. I feel like offensively it should be a little bit better, considering people want to put Eli up there with Hall of Fame type talent.
I mean, it just depends on what do you consider. What's your criteria?
Yeah.
Do you go by rings?
Rings.
Or do you go by stacks? He got the same amount of rings his brother got. I don't give a damn how many more yards paid through for. At the end of the day, we both got rings. So, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on what you call it. But I don't know. I mean, the Giants are just once in-house is that crazy and retarded, and then for Odell says he's the reason that the Giants played that hard against Carolina the other day.
Yeah. Because
of his rant. And it could be true, but you can only, if Figure want to fight Jadeveon Clowney, Figure is just too small, no matter how much heart Figure got, and that's just how the Giants are. I don't give a how much heart you got. You just not good.
Yeah.
So sit your ass down.
That was an unfair stray at Figgy, but I get you, man. I get the Figgy from the hood, man. Don't get it corrected.
I understand he's from the hood, but he 4'9". And David is 6'5". So you know what I'm saying? Figgy gonna beat them knees up though.
That's all I gotta do.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know,
hit them in the kneecap.
Yeah.
Well, since you calling on Figgy, man, it's probably a good time to talk about the Astros now.
Whoa,
so,
Wooston.
The Astros are headed to the ALCS. Second year in a row. Swept the Cleveland Indians in quick and nasty fashion.
Let's go football numbers.
They're going to face the Boston Red Sox.
Wow.
How do you feel about this Astros team, man? You feel like they're going to repeat?
Of course. That's why I made the song for them last year. He helped them win.
You did.
They don't know, but we're gonna re-release the song again this year.
Do it.
Because this team, they didn't do anything but get better. But what was good at the beginning of the season, they had a little rough spat. It really made them come together. Man, they balling, man.
Yeah.
They balling. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but hey, it is what it is.
I mean, I feel good about it now. I know I talked to some reporters who cover the team. Mm-hmm. Early in the season, they felt like this team might get swept in the first round of the playoffs. Wow. Like they felt like the energy in the clubhouse wasn't there. Mm-hmm. The players weren't really feeling it. There was, they were lackluster at times, but they really picked it up, man. They know when the lights are brightest. They know when to come out and perform, and they are showing out right now. So I feel good about this team and their chances of repeating.
Yeah, well. We don't have to make Figure feel too bad too long. You had Cleveland. Even though your baseball team is losing, it feel good. Your football team could be, you could see the first playoffs in your lifetime.
I actually seen some Browns playoffs in my lifetime. So
no, you haven't.
Yeah.
You was 2.
No,
I don't know. I'm just messing with you, man.
Tim Couch actually got them to the playoffs.
Yeah,
one time.
okay. Yeah. Well, Tim is
that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole other story. But I used to love Tim Couch in college, though. He was hard at college. Hell yeah, boy, went to Nebraska. Man, he was a fool. Look, you don't know the sports. You thought I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? You got to Google your sports. I just tell you my sports. Ryan Rockett.
Well, if I was 48 years old, I know a whole lot more, too.
28. I am 28. I'm nowhere near 45, 46, or 47. I'm low. What it do, though? What else we got?
So some other big news that happened this past week. Man, I got a confession. I'm a pretty big UFC fan.
Oh, wow.
So, of course, I watched this last UFC event. It was Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov.
The Russian.
Yes, the Russian Muslim.
The Russian, that's what he calls himself?
Well, he don't call himself that, but he is.
That's a good nickname. I like that. I like that.
This man was wrestling bears when he was a kid, man. He's crazy. Conor McGregor came. You saw the build-up. They were talking all types of trash. Usual Conor McGregor antics. So Conor goes in there. I believe he gets submitted in the 4th round by Khabib. He tapped out.
Choking him?
Yeah.
With his legs or arm?
Arm. It was like a sleeper hold, but it was more like a neck crank because it wasn't all under the chin. So, yeah,
I should get paid, bro.
Wait, you didn't see this?
No, I'm just saying I should be getting paid. I created that move,
Okay.
but with the Sizzler, with my legs. In the 4th grade, this dude used to jump. They used to try to jump me, these brothers. Mm-hmm. I had never did. I had watched, but I had watched it on wrestling.
Yeah.
He was real talk. I watched this on wrestling. So
You hit him with the figure 4 leg
me
lock?
and my brother, we used to be wrestling, right? So I would, boom, I put, in this particular incident, I put my legs around the dude's neck, and I squeezed. Hey, I would squeeze. I quit. They never picked on me no more. True story. True story. They never picked on me no more. I never got.
You should have been in UFC, man. You should have been in MMA.
But we'll say that for things black people like that white people don't think we like.
What? Oh, UFC?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Do black people like UFC?
You black.
I do, but
Why?
you
black.
claim I'm not half the time, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Black today. He black today.
So getting back to this though, man, the big news out this fight was that after the fight, Conor's crew is all like him. They be talking a lot of trash too. Khabib ain't the type to just let somebody talk crazy to him. So he jumped out the cage and jumped into one of Conor's teammates who was talking trash.
And put it on.
And then everybody, like Khabib's teammates, were coming in the cage and fighting Conor. It turned into a mess, man. Some of the guys got arrested, but I think they got released because there were no charges pressed or whatever. Mm-hmm. So what did you think? Because I know this is also over social media. I know you saw it.
I seen the highlights.
What did you think about this, and how do you think this compared to all the other big sports brawls we've seen in sports?
Oh man, I can't remember the last big brawl that I seen in sports. If you really,
where were you when the Malice in the Palace happened?
I don't know.
Remember that?
And with
the Pacers, yeah. No, it wasn't Melo. It was Artest, Jermaine O'Neal, Ben Wallace. Nah.
Who was that?
It was the Pistons and the Pacers, wasn't it?
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, I watched it. I was excited. I was right there. You know what I'm saying? That was good. That's when Artest was really retarded.
Yes.
That was before he.
Remember, it started from a fan throwing a drink at Ron Artest.
Okay.
And then he chased in the stands.
Well, matter of fact, we let you come on in, Figgy. You a producer. What you think about the melee?
I loved it. I was a kid, but I remember recording it because I was watching it live at that time. Mm-hmm. So I had the VCR. I recorded over some tape, but I used to watch it all the time. It was crazy. They was really punching each other, punching fans.
Yeah, for real. So I think Conor McGregor, the Mayweather pushed him to another limit in this way. He was already an attention whore.
Yeah.
Second time I said it today. But
you owe me $5 or whatever the price
whore
is.
Not a bad word.
I mean,
it's in the Bible.
Okay.
WHORE. T.D. Jakes be saying whore. If you's a whore, you come. But anyway.
Okay.
He loves that. Like it's like he's become a different animal. He's not as so much probably committed to his craft as he was in the beginning when it was more about just that. Now he loves showing the suits he's wearing. He's,
coming out to Biggie and all that.
Right, so, it probably rubbed off on some of his homies, but they probably were not prepared for the Russian Muslim to hop over that fence and hop over. I'll be on the ring and put it on that ass. I'm glad that happened. You know,
me
what I'm
too.
saying? It's
honestly.
good for. That ain't a white man. He know what he doing. When I remember when UFC first started taking off, right? Because in boxing we have you got a few. Heavyweight boxing has always been, and especially in the community, black community. I don't care what nobody say. When Mayweather came and became at the prime, there was no heavyweights that everybody followed.
Yeah.
Heavyweight was the thing to watch. You know what I'm saying? You always had your Sugar Ray Leonards and your welterweights and lightweights, but there was no more heavyweights. So you was forced to be to follow the Mayweathers and the Canelos and everybody like this. And then boxing got so political to where you would only get 2 good boxing matches out of 365 days.
Exactly.
It's like, man, I want to see a fight every other month. You know what I'm saying? So boxers was fight once a year, so UFC became the go-to sport.
Yeah.
And, at first, what used to be funny? That's because what's the Rampage Jackson?
Yeah.
Like, he was matter of fact, he like you too. Matter of fact, he just talking to you. Matter of fact, no. But the black guys who used to be in UFC all look like me. They wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? They wasn't really, they wasn't giving, you know what I'm saying? So once you start seeing a few of the black guys winning.
Silva, Anderson Silva, John Jones.
Look,
once they
boy,
started dominating.
Excuse me.
I'm just saying.
UFC general, you know it.
Man,
but once, you know what I'm saying? That brought more of the urban community into it. And once we found out, and you know it, because, like my son, he got mad once I had to tell him, man, wrestling not real. So he used to love wrestling. When he got about 10 or 11, he's like, I want to go to WWE. I say, look, son, that ain't real. And for UFC to be real, you know what I'm saying? It's just a hot sport. It still is. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of UFC, Houston's own
Derrick Lewis.
My balls is hot.
The Black Beast.
The Black Beast. Matter of fact, he got coming off this win. He got his next fight is in Madison Square Garden.
Yes. No, a month from now against Daniel Cormier for the heavyweight championship.
So he didn't take no break.
Nah, they couldn't afford it, I guess.
Hey, I love what he said. I don't really want to fight him, but I would.
Yeah.
If I had to, I get in there and fight him because only because he said the Trump line. But other than that, in a dark alley, I'm gonna run from him. You know what I'm saying? He's a big dude.
He seemed like a cool dude though.
Yeah, man. He just kept it real.
Yeah.
He just say Trump called me. I'm glad Trump. I wonder how Trump got his number. What Trump? They sent out. Did you get the emergency alerts?
Of course.
I got one. Mine say you're a nigga. I say, who sent me this?
Said.
Yeah, man, they didn't tell me nothing. They just say, you're a nigga. I said, who sent me that? N-U-G-G-A. Hey, but they asked him, why you take your shorts off? Derrick Lewis, that's his name, Derrick Lewis. That was like my balls was hot. He had some of the great, one of the best post fight interviews.
I was glad to see him on that card. I was glad he won because so many people who don't watch UFC usually were watching that fight, and it was good to see. Like, he's always been one of my favorite fighters.
Oh.
But him being from Houston, him being the kind of character he is, he blew up so much after that.
Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna tell you a reason why I wasn't watching it.
Go ahead.
Man, do you remember when Kimbo Slice tried to get in?
Yeah.
And
it was terrible.
That's what I'm saying. I watched one of his fights. I was so heartbroken. I was like, man, take this boy back to behind the liquor store. You know, his behind the liquor store fights was great. You know what I'm saying? But when they put him in that ring, oh Lord, it
was bad, man.
He can't mess with nobody like Derrick Lewis. You know what I'm saying? So he need to leave that alone, man. He need to leave that alone. You know, any other fights going on?
Oh,
that we need to hear about? Any other? It could be a fight, another fight. Whatever. Oh, Bill Cosby had a fight.
Oh, yeah, in prison. Speaking of which, let's rewind this whole thing. So, for perspective, our last podcast was cut short because we had a fire alarm go off. We had to evacuate the premises. E.S.G. had to go.
I couldn't even walk the next day.
We had to walk down 19 flights of stairs. So, we didn't really get to talk about the whole Cosby thing because right when we were getting into it, the alarms went off. Wow. So let's recap everything.
Okay.
Of course, everybody knows he was sentenced to 3 years in prison?
3 to 10.
State prison, I believe.
Yeah, 3 to 10.
So he's gone there. What were your initial reactions when you heard this news?
I mean, the pictures I seen made me feel like he shouldn't be locked up.
Yeah.
Because the pictures, it looked like everybody was smiling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, it looked like they was all partying. You know, I've always heard of a thing called the director's couch. I've always heard that from men and women. When I first got into the music industry as a youngster, I used to hear all these stories, and they used to say, well, for us men, certain men, if you do certain things with certain men, they can help your career.
Yeah.
Women, if you go do certain things, they can help your career. So many female and male actors and actresses did that to get ahead. So I guess Bill Cosby was the initial scapegoat to all the Me Too movements that's going on.
Yeah.
Now if somebody just, really, sexually assaulted a woman or raped a woman or something like that, I feel bad and they should be punished. But the stories that we're hearing, that I'm hearing, I always like, he put something in their drink. If there's an episode of the Cosby Show,
yes,
where they're out there,
he put some special sauce in a barbecue or something.
Yeah. So if he did, it only came from someone over him who introduced him to the special sauce. He didn't bring the special sauce to the game. So, and it's just a shame that to me that, if he really raped someone or sexual assault him, he get what he deserves. But if it was some partying going on, and it's a room full of naked people, it's kind of like this.
And he handed out Quaaludes.
I see people. I know a bunch of young African American brothers. That matter of fact, I know one. My homie, his cousin was living in Austin, and he got a charge for pimping, right? And they gave this dude like 25, 30 years. And all they did was make me sit there and be like, well, how can Hugh Hefner pimp for 80 years doing the exact same thing?
Yeah.
You knowing they paying and you don't get. So it's just the world that we live in.
The dude at the Bunny Ranch. You ever see that show on HBO?
I used to love that show. I used to be mad though. I used to be like, they only give me one black girl a season. I used to like, cause see, I'm different. We'll talk. We're gonna have a sex segment of the show later on. I'm gonna say that story for the Bunny Ranch and the sex segment.
Okay.
Remind me to come back to it. But it's just a double standard where we live in. For this man to be 80-something years old, legally blind.
Yeah.
Now you want to send him to the penitentiary. I don't know. I won't even try to dig into all the conspiracy theory type.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And if he did it, he did it. I feel bad, but I come to find out the fight wasn't real. They say.
No, of course not, man.
But my son, my son, my son is young. He's still in high school, so he be missing. Don't be understanding with his fake news all the time. So he's like, Daddy. When I picked him up from school yesterday. He say, man, that Bill Cosby staying something, huh? I said, what happened? He said, man, somebody hit him with a chicken patty. I said,
the thing you have to realize too, like, who would be reporting that? They ain't got CNN in prison.
No, this is how news get reported in prison. You have a collect call from a New Orleans facility. Press 1 to accept. Man, Bill Cosby just got beat up in here, baby. For real? Yeah, man, they hit him with a chicken sandwich. Okay. I'm going to call you back tomorrow. Girl, guess what happened? He just called me and said, Bill Cosby got beat up in there. Boom. Ooh, I'm finna put it on Facebook. Boom, girl, I'm finna post it. Boom, boom, boom.
No, the story probably started with him eating a chicken patty.
You exactly right. For real,
he played a game of telephone. Suddenly he got hit.
He probably was eating a bean pie. He probably was a bean pie. He probably was in there praying with the Russian Muslims. And then somebody just slapped him, you know what I'm saying? But, all this is all leading. He fell down the steps. He really did get food through at him, though.
Yeah.
So
I heard a hot dog bun or something at one point.
Exactly. So
yeah.
They hit it with the hot dog bun. The hot dog bun was letting him know the weenie is coming later.
Man, come on now.
I'm just telling you.
Man, come on
When you
now.
go to jail for that kind of stuff, listen.
Number one, he Bill Cosby.
What that mean? Somebody is gonna get a kick out of it because they're gonna be able to go home one day and say, no, I'm the one that put that weenie on Bill Cosby, huh?
Who gonna brag about that? Come on,
you don't understand, man. We're from a different world, right?
Come on.
I'm telling you. Hey man, you never watched
man.
We gotta get you on. You gotta start watching some
I'm not watching
penitentiary movies, man.
I'm not watching
you know what I'm saying?
man.
I'm telling you, man. It's gonna be like they have crazy people in there that wants a trophy case. And Bill is going to be on their trophy case. So he's going to be 67. The man going to be 70 years old. Come on, sitting around talking. He's like, my uncle, the one that raped Bill Cosby. They going to be like, for real? Yeah. I got him back. I felt bad for all those women he raped. I told him, this is what you. So I put a little sugar in his coffee. And he fell asleep. I got old Bill. Yeah, man, for real. You know what I'm saying?
So moving on, we gonna go ahead and slide away from this topic now.
No, they gonna slide into me. You know what I mean?
I set myself up for that one.
Yeah,
now.
you did. Yeah, you did.
So,
Yeah, you did.
I don't think we talked about this last week either, but the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj situation.
Oh.
So, Cardi B turned herself in over charges of apparently she had some workers at a strip club beat up.
She turned herself in for no charges?
Yeah, in New York.
I seen the girl telling the story.
Yeah. So she turned herself in and paid whatever. But these were over charges that Nicki was talking about on Queen Radio, talking about how she had the women who Offset was cheating on her with. They were throwing stuff at them, and they were like, she told people to go basically handle that.
Wow.
So
I've been seeing that. Somebody else said in an interview that like now she's affiliated with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
If she's get mad and want to get you, she'll send them at you. And she says this publicly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she's always claimed like, gang affiliation,
Right.
blood and all that. So do you think that's petty? Do you think
of course that's petty. What you mean? That's petty as hell. You know what I'm saying?
apparently Cardi and Nicki gonna be face to face at the American Music Awards? Do you think anything gonna pop off there? Or you think they're gonna be cool now?
If the industry is the industry that I know, the cameras, every time the camera sees Cardi B, is on Cardi B, it's gonna pan. Camera 2 is gonna pan Nicki. And if they're backstage together, something should jump off.
Yeah, cameras will be ready.
Yeah, if they gonna jump off, they let them jump off. I think in a fight, I think size wise, Nicki may win, but Cardi's so gangster and crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
but we know who will win in the rap battle.
of course, the person who writes their rhymes for the most part.
So that means my only way to beat her is to scratch her or throw my shoe at her.
I mean, the only way to beat her is to get her out the game by continuing to be successful, because we've noticed like we only really allow, for whatever reason, like one major female rapper in the game at a time.
You're right.
So if Cardi keeps going up, exactly.
Two, like one is one.
Mm-hmm.
So when Nicki was one, Remy Ma would be 2.
Yeah.
Then the next person would be 2B.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is 2C.
Way before.
Right.
Same thing with Lil Kim and all that.
Yeah,
like when Lil Kim was on top, there was everybody else. Like Foxy Brown was like 2B.
2B.
So yeah,
you're right. You're right though. Right now, see, Nicki got so much other stuff that she's involved in, from makeup and stuff like that. That's the reason she still can hang with Cardi. And we know lyrically she can't.
No.
Now Cardi B has more hits on the radio right now.
Yeah.
But we know she can't beat her lyrically.
No. But people don't care about that anymore.
They don't.
That's a sad thing.
That is, you're right. So I think Cardi B's in the lead right now.
I would think so too. But I do think like she can get in her own way at this point.
You're right.
If she keeps getting in legal trouble, if she keeps getting her stuff interrupted, she could easily just, because Nicki gonna keep grinding. She gonna keep putting out music, and she's not gonna be in trouble with the law.
It's in her.
Exactly.
And you're right. So catfish Cardi nigga.
So what else?
Would you still, if they told you would you go smell the catfish for yourself, or would you just go head on?
If somebody told me beforehand that it smelled like catfish,
would you still try to?
If it was Cardi,
see if it was still
now if it was a random girl, I'll be like, hell no. If it was Cardi,
you still try,
and she was trying to smash, I'd be like, well, let me go ahead and take a personal.
Nasty.
I gotta check it out.
You nasty, Ryan.
It's Cardi.
Ryan, nasty. You're right, Ryan. We're gonna put the game.
I gotta see for myself.
You know those little
Everybody
people,
smells
Ryan?
different.
You know, you gonna come, hey, you gonna come open the hotel room like, hey, what you doing? We gonna be that, but they gonna have one of them little masks on, like, he's like, yeah, man, I ain't smell nothing. I put this mask on, I ain't smell nothing. You know, it's a statue, it's a trophy, just like you and Bill Cosby.
Man, okay. So Kanye is going to visit the White House, apparently.
Oh, Lord.
What do you think is going on with Kanye? I don't think we would talk about this a whole lot either, but apparently he was on Saturday Night Live, did the whole thing, wore the hat again with the Kaepernick shirt, and he went on a rant talking about how they tried to bully him for wearing the hat. All this stuff, talking about just because he likes Trump doesn't mean he's not, all this stuff. And apparently he's going to meet with Trump himself and have lunch with him.
Yeah.
So what's going on with Kanye, man?
He has a crush on Trump.
I think so. That's undeniable.
He say they have the dragon sense together. He have a crush on him. Kanye is just, I mean, like they say, when cultures trade people, I want to trade Kanye for Tommy. I take Tommy out of power and we'll give the white folks Kanye. You want to trade Tommy for Kanye?
Here's the thing, man. I think me and Figgy talked about this before. Tommy is not Tommy on the show in real life.
I'm talking about the Tommy on the show. I'm talking about the Tommy on the show. I'm not talking about. You're not talking
about the actor.
I'm talking about that Tommy. I'm not talking about the regular.
Okay. I do that.
Kanye is just, sometimes this is what it is. Sometimes when people did you see when Chingy went on YouTube and somebody told him how to meditate for one day, chakras, he come try to explain it so wrong. It's like Kanye wants to, this is what he's trying to play both sides of the fence. He want to act like he's still the graduation Kanye. But you're the Kardashian Kanye.
Yep.
You either going to be the graduation or the Kardashian. And he's trying to be both. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? He wants to, there's nothing wrong with anyone having different political views in my life.
Agree.
If Trump is good for some people, he's good for you. I don't hate you for that. You are you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you say certain things and just do certain things, it's almost like you just open yourself to the scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I look at it, man. Kanye he's just confused right now. He don't know. He definitely don't know what color he is. Because he goes to war.
Yeah.
It's a difference in saying if he just wore the hat once and let it be. Okay, you voted for Trump. There's a lot of black people that vote for Trump and support Trump. We understand that. That'll be different. But you gotta go through the whole, y'all mad because I wore the hat.
Exactly.
Y'all mad? What do you mean? I know though, when Daz Dillinger said he was gonna get Trump, police came and arrested Daz.
Really?
Yeah, I mean when Daz said he was gonna get Kanye, the police came and arrested him.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, our past guest, Willie D. When he dropped his song on YouTube, talking about Trump, his YouTube got
They shut him down. Yep.
Yeah, so I ain't hating on the tribe. I'm just keeping it real.
That's true.
But so everybody has their own views. Now, what's going to happen now? I see Trump. It depends on who talks about him. Man, let me wrap that up real fast. I don't want to spend an hour on Big Bird, but Taylor Swift is now, because her and Kanye never got over their beef.
No.
But now that Kanye is endorsing Trump so bad, Taylor Swift is publicly saying how she hates Trump now.
Yeah, she's endorsing political candidates now.
So should we trade Kanye for Taylor?
No.
Okay.
No.
Ryan got a little good. Ryan, you ain't that vanilla.
I saw, man, that annoys me. That annoyed me when I saw it on social media.
Yeah, man,
talking about
hilarious.
Taylor Swift cares more about black people than Kanye West.
Right. Yeah,
all this stuff that been happening, and
man.
Taylor Swift did not say one word about all the kids being shot unarmed, all the black injustice. But suddenly, since Trump is the popular enemy, it's okay to go ahead and endorse the Democrats. It's okay to do this and look like you're a hero. Nah, man, I ain't falling for it. That's good.
Who you voting for?
Don't worry about that, man.
No Republican.
You took a picture with him. That's why,
you
man.
See, you know what this show is. We got one Democrat and one Republican. So now you know
who's
a
Republican.
You.
Wait a minute.
You're the Republican.
You the Mr. Hate Kaepernick, stand up for the anthem. Yes, you did.
Kaepernick. I just said when you work for someone else and you on their time,
you said it's disrespectful for him to kneel.
Kanye, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you, if Kanye was still making, even though if he liked Trump, if he was still making the music,
That's the thing, man.
the way he made the music 5, 6, 7 years ago,
We look past it.
we would look past it. If Jay-Z say he like Trump, ain't nobody really gonna care too much. Like Jay like Trump.
Nah. People would care.
I mean, but they not gonna. His music is so good, they not gonna care to the point like I'm not listening to him no more. You feel what I'm saying?
Some would, but I think most. I would still listen to him, but I think some would say, "Hey, if you stand with Trump, I'm not going to listen to Blueprint 4."
Listen, I think that's to me. That's the mind state that I don't want my son to have.
I agree.
That's the mind state that I used to have. For example, my son asked me today. He say, "Man, Daddy, in government class, man, it be a bunch of racial tension in the classroom."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Cause we be talking about Kaepernick and everything." I say, "Well, yeah." And then he say, "The teacher has in her guidelines stand for the Pledge of Allegiance." So he was like, "Man, how she gonna have that in her guidelines telling people they gotta stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?" I said, "Well, son, aren't you an American?" He said, "Yeah." I say, "Well, why would you not stand?" I say, Kaepernick did not kneel about the regular play. That's not the anthem. That was the real reason. Social media and the media made it like he's disrespecting the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's happy to be American. He just hates the injustice that goes on in America.
Yeah.
So don't let what other people do dictate you to make a decision that fast and quick. Like, I'm not gonna stand for the Pledge of Allegiance just because he did it.
Yeah.
That's what I hate with that. I'm still gonna, if Kanye music just not jamming, I'm still down. I still download the album.
Yeah.
I don't care how retarded he is. But the 7 songs be breaking my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Pablo story was the last one that had at least 5 or 6 good songs.
Yeah.
And I was mad then because Designer fooled me and act like he was Future. So I had to read the credits and I was like, "Is this Future?" I went to drink in Atlanta. And he said, when he told me he had never been to Atlanta, it broke my heart. So that's how I am with music. You know what I'm saying? If Kanye make good music, I'm going to still download it. Man, they played that All Falls Down. That's the Kanye I want. You feel what I'm saying? Man, through the wire, Kanye.
And even take it to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like all that stuff, man. It's just I think he's at a point right now where he thinks that no matter what he puts out, he thinks that since he's a genius, that whatever he puts out is genius.
Nah, I'm a genius. For real. I am a genius. This is what I say when people are genius. When you come up with something or create or help somebody that make it that nobody else gave a chance.
Yeah.
You can't, all these people who in the industry who claim they be geniuses a lot of times, you can't grab a finished product.
That's true.
Then now I'm a genius because I grabbed the finished product. You didn't create Travis Scott.
I agree.
Travis Scott was already created making this sound. You feel what I'm saying? Most of the artists that you created was never successful. Think about it.
That's true.
What name them?
Everybody.
Sahai the Prince is a monster.
Yeah.
But you didn't put him out.
True.
You threw him on the back burner. You put out Designer. Kid Cudi was cool. He created a great fan base.
But I don't think Kanye's influence really helped him all that much.
No, not me either. You can't. Who else you built?
He hasn't really built anybody, honestly.
So a genius is more than just a genius with themselves to me.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs created a job for everybody. Bill Gates created it for everybody. Those are people geniuses to me. You feel what I'm saying?
White. Name a black
Barry
genius.
Gordon. Barry Gordon.
Okay.
You know, the list goes on and on. Prince a genius. His whole sound and style.
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones. Oh my God. You look like his son too. In the garden. Man, what's the name of that song?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know the song Secret Garden? Man, you put Elder Bars, Barry White, that's genius stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, like I feel so bad that Damon Dash is the one who signed Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z used to look at Kanye and laugh at him. Like, you're not serious, rap. I don't take you serious.
Everybody did.
But Damon Dash, the one put the idea in him. Mm-hmm. Damon Dash, the one went to Biggs and Jay-Z with the idea for the label. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Those are people that I look at like genius.
I agree.
You know, they might get pushed out this equation. It's almost like that's why Kanye still rocks with Dame. no matter what he's doing, because he know in his heart, Dame is one gave you the leg up in the.
And he said it hurt. Like, he ultimately chose Jay-Z, but it did. He talked about how it hurt him because he knew what Dame did for him in his career.
If me and you do the show, if when you're not here and I say something to Figgy that's disrespectful about you, eventually that's gonna come and show in my actions.
Yeah.
That's why Kanye and Jay can't get along.
Yeah.
If you respect the man to the fullest, you're never gonna want to talk about his wife.
Yeah.
That's cause you never respected him from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? You just doing what's beneficial for you. Yeah, that's why you didn't choose Dame. You just said it. I'm gonna choose Jay because Jay got the label. Jay got the inside with Leo. If I go with Dame, I'm outed. I stay cool with Jay-Z, I gets to be this Kanye, and that's what happened.
That's true. That's true. And it was more opportunistic, but I agree.
That's what happened. Like you, if you don't mess with me and Figgy, you ain't. He wasn't ready for that figure. He didn't know what I was finna say. What's next, man?
So let's
Kanye
talk.
Kanye took up too
He
much
did
of our
a little
time.
bit. I want some what we gonna call I don't know if it's a screw story or ESG story.
I get a screw story.
But we just had an idea to start this. If you have one, you can share it as well. But in honor of ESG Day, I think we deserve a background history on one of H-Town's most classic jams, Swangin' Bangin'.
Okay.
I was going to ask you, tell us how this song came to be. Tell us how you wrote it. Tell us how the production came apart.
Gotcha.
Tell us a whole background on this legendary H-Town track.
Okay, pal. This is when I was young, I couldn't afford glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to get my glasses at Medicaid.
Yeah.
So when I would go in, the eyeglasses I would have to get the weakest choices. I used to try to get something so, close to something look good. So that was me at that time, the guy, the kid who still had the ugly glasses. I was in college, University. It's UL now, University of Lafayette in Louisiana.
Okay.
And a close friend of mine was from Lafayette, Lake Charles. His name was Nicky Schultz. He was like my OG. By figure height, but he was my OG. He was older than me. But so he was so into the street culture, far as Houston street culture. I was entwined in Louisiana street culture.
Yeah. So
Sean Jemison, he was also going to college at the time. Mm-hmm. He played football, and he used to wear the backpack. So he didn't really make those. He was more on the hip hop type beats. That's kind of why he got the Chuck D sample. Gotta do what I gotta do. Most Southern artists probably wouldn't even thought to put Chuck D, but he was influenced, highly East Coast influenced. So he had the sample, he had the beat. My partner Nicky was like, man, you need to make a song about the slab. So I'm like, the slab? What you mean? You talking about this H-Town? Because that's where we would come frequent while we was in college. He was like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you need to talk about the 84s, the candy paint, tight white insides, the bubble headlights. He said, man, all that, man, you know what I'm saying? I said, really, huh? The screw too, huh? Yeah, talk about all that. Put all that in the song, man. Boys will love that. So that's what I started doing to create the song. So I'm thinking of everything with the car culture I could think of.
Okay.
Bow, 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 bow. Now, a lot of people think when I say, like, I banged last night, Friday, I jammed my Screw tape, and the song is Screw, that Screw did that. Mm-hmm. Screw didn't do that. Screw hadn't even heard it yet. So I recorded it, put it on wax, took it to Screw. And he almost cried. I didn't even know he almost cried.
Really?
To after he passed. Because his wife, she wasn't his wife, his longtime girlfriend, Nikki, she told him the story. She was like, Screw almost cried that night. He had a tear come out of his eye. I say, about what?
Wow.
She say, because you was the first person had ever said his name.
Wow.
On a real song that made it to the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how our relationship and my story began. A lot of my homies was already going to his house. That's why when I hear certain rappers, like Zero got a line when he say, if you from Houston and you rap, screw he made you. But that's not my story. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of maybe their story.
Yeah.
My story started at 10 years old in small town Louisiana, outside New Orleans. Bowlers, me rapping in the mirror, wanting to be like people in New York. You know, I had the flat top as a little kid. You know, I used to go trying to find all the clothes the New York rappers would have. Yeah. So then the way I got to Houston was because we knew, my homies used to tell me, man, you go to Houston, that's the closest you can get. Because I was one of those kids who used to want to send my tape to, you know how you see the address?
Yes.
On
the back of the hip-hop magazine or something?
Yeah. I just want to send my tapes to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I can't go like LA. I want to send my tapes. I want to send what's Def Jam address? I want to send it to Def Jam. Or what's, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if it's Interscope when Tupac was out. Like, I want to send my stuff to them. I was that kind of kid. You know what I'm saying? But
kids can't relate to that now, by the way.
Oh, no.
Having actually send your demo via mail.
Yeah, man.
Not even knowing if it got picked up.
Yeah, man.
Versus the internet.
Yeah, and that's how. And so, bam, I get a song to Screw. This is when they still had Kappa Beach Party.
Yep.
Man, I'm at Kappa Beach Party, and every car is coming by me, swinging and banging. Yep. I was like, damn, I got the goosebumps. Mm-hmm. That's when it first hit me, like, hey,
you made
this
it.
Might be something special. You know what I'm saying? And it just blew up at the same time. You know, Screw was starting his campaign.
Yes.
Like I was starting my campaign. And the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? I give you me, Screw, all of us, 1990 birthday bash, 95.
Okay.
Swangin Bangin. It's the #1 song in the city. It's a concert. Me, Mary J. Blige, Tretch, and Notorious B.I.G.
Wow.
And it was at the
Summit.
Was it the Summit? The Summit. Had to be the Summit. Had to be the Summit. I think it was the Summit. So we when I come out, I'm talking about, man, it was amazing. I still remember to this day. When Swangin Bangin break down Screwed in the show performance, the whole arena just singing it. They all put their lighters up.
Okay.
I'm talking about, so P. Diddy, I didn't even know this. P. Diddy is going crazy trying to find out who I am. Mm-hmm. My homies told me later. You know, they like, man, P. Diddy was looking for you. So, but my other homies, who was my CEOs, were like, man, get on, man. We don't need that.
Yeah.
We got a label. Yeah, so that was my Swangin Bangin story. You know what I'm saying? It charted top 20 on Billboard.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Classic,
yeah,
man. One of the best songs in Houston history.
Boom. Yeah, it was voted the #3 song of all time.
I would put it up there, honestly.
Yeah, it was voted #3. Mind Playing Tricks on was #1.
Of course.
I think Lil Kiki Southside was #2. And they voted Swangin Bangin #3.
I like it. That's a respectable list.
Yeah, I can't knock that list.
That's cool, man. I never heard that story before, but that's dope.
I give you a new story every week. I'll make them shorter, though.
So in honor of ESG Day, we now know how the classic Swangin Bangin came to be.
Already, man.
That's cool. So what else we got in the itinerary this week? You said you had we got to talk about this at some point. It's been in the news for a while, but we haven't really gotten into it. So apparently there's a sex robot.
This is the sex part of the show.
A sex bot store in Houston.
Sexy segment.
So this is one of them topics I just scroll past when I see it on social media.
Real?
So I didn't really know what the details are.
Man, I posted.
But what are your opinions of this?
First, let me make you laugh. I always have stories about my son. We're sitting watching the news last week, and my wife's cousin is over there. And they sitting there, we watching TV, so I'm on my phone, and my son say, "Look, Daddy, look, man, they got doing sex robots." So we look up. So my wife say, "Yeah, nothing but nasty, perverted men want to have sex with a robot." So I say, "Hold up, you women been having sex with robots all y'all lives. They just didn't have legs and arms.
That's true.
Y'all been putting in batteries and vibrators, so y'all been having sex with robots.
Good point.
So my son go crazy laughing. But what's so funny to me is the whoever's opposed to it said if it opens, they're gonna sit outside every day and record everybody that enters and post them on social media.
Damn.
So that mean Ryan, you and Figgy.
Figgy married, man. Don't put him in that.
Now some women might say, look, that's a good excuse. You can be like, baby, I had sex with a robot. There was no feelings. You shouldn't be mad.
Is it cheating if it's a robot?
Yeah, it's not cheating if it's a robot. You know what I'm saying? Why you can't? They should all let you cheat with a robot. You're like, baby, let's have a threesome with a robot. My thing is, what's going to happen when the first person gets electrocuted?
Gets robot AIDS.
Yeah, they're going to come up with disease. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come up with disease.
Oh,
robotic immune deficiency syndrome. That boy got RIDS. What is RIDS? Robotic immune deficiency syndrome. Because you got to think, a robot. So what if other people, you know what I'm saying?
I would assume they clean it out.
Man, who wants that job? Can you imagine being on Family Feud and Steve Harvey's coming? Oh, well, you don't like Steve Harvey, but anyway. But can you imagine being on a talk show or somewhere and like even for example TMZ? You know how TMZ had a Skype in person?
Yeah.
And they were, hey, how you doing? What you doing for? Oh, well, I work at the robot brothel in Houston. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I clean the robots. Wait, what does that consist of? Well, I put on these gloves and get a sponge, and I have to wipe out. Man, that sounds disgusting.
I mean, somebody got to do it. They got those sex theaters all in Amsterdam and all that. Somebody got to clean up after.
Yeah, but that's
get paid good.
Look, he thinking about a second job.
I mean,
he thinking about a second job.
I mean,
but you ever seen the movie Machina?
Ex Machina. Yeah, I've seen it. That's a good movie.
Excuse me, old professional speaking ass boy. Anyway, I can't pronounce it. It's X whatever. That movie was great.
It was good.
And that's what's gonna happen with these damn robots. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get there, man.
Somebody is gonna get. One of them is gonna get a sense and squeeze a man too hard.
Yeah.
Can you, man? I'm not getting no head from a robot dog. If the malfunction. And she just bites your piece off. Now you on the news, you suing. Local man sues robot brothel. His penis was eaten off by a malfunctioning robot. Man, that's hilarious. Man, can you just imagine, right?
I think
what the world has come to, bro.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, man.
What you think then?
I think that we're making fun of it now, but I think in about 5-10 years,
it's going to be the norm.
It'll be a regular thing. Notice how we are being conditioned to accept like AI, like when your phone, Alexa, all these voices, they got these sexy girl voices. Yeah. Turn left on Westheimer. You know, they're conditioning you to.
Why it's not a man, huh?
I'm just
exactly. What Alex at?
Exactly.
Alex, Siri.
Siri. Like you can change it to a man voice, but nobody ever does that.
Yeah, nobody.
So we're being conditioned to talk to robots daily. Alexa. All these things. Wow. And once we start to think of them as people, when you actually have a robot and then you have all these gender wars, all this stuff, men versus women talking about they tired of men getting scared they might get accused of rape. Yeah. So all this stuff is putting fears into people, and you already are used to your robot slave.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be live though. If you can pay. They say they're going to be expensive. You know, for your one to take home, you had to put insurance on it. It's going to be $5,000-$6,000.
Damn.
To take it home. Now, I'm going to tell you what he's going to come in handy at. What Bill at. What Bill Cosby is. If you got life and your family can say, we want to purchase a robot for our... Man! I mean, you gotta think.
Wait, you gotta explain that to me again, man. I didn't catch it.
For the people who doing life, long time in jail,
in prison,
they can
Get a sex robot. Okay, for good behavior or something?
Yeah, man, that'd be live.
I don't think they're going to give you that kind of commissary. I don't think that counts as...
That's like, you go to commissary, give me a pack of give me 4 coffees, 400 buns, and 1 robot for 2 days. Man, hey, that would probably stop a lot of the sexual abuse.
In prison? Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully Bill Cosby be safe if they had the sex.
But you know what's going to happen, though, right?
What?
That guy who doesn't have a normal life, who don't know how to approach women, is going to get attached to that robot.
Of course.
And he's going to be at that brothel daily and lose his mind when they tell him, well, your credit card is maxed out. If you don't let me see it, I'm going to shoot up everybody in that. That's what's going to happen, man.
This happening in parts of the country, man. You look at Japan, they got robots that look like them anime girls.
For real?
They got a population problem. Like this, talking about it for a while now. Men and women aren't having babies.
Man.
Men are just locked up in their room watching all this stuff and just having their own robots.
Man, that's
it's
crazy,
coming,
dog.
man, sooner than not.
If a cartoon could turn you on. For real, when I was a kid.
We going here now?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Okay.
On HBO, they had this cartoon. So I didn't think cartoons. I was like, man, that lady fine. The cartoon. So if the cartoon turn you on, a big fine ass robot walk by, boy gonna be like, hey,
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. But I'm told, figure you miss it. What is gonna happen? Somebody gonna get their penis bit off. Malfunction by a robot. And
they gonna sue and get a whole lot of money.
Man, I don't give a damn how much money you give me. I want my piece. For real. So you take the money of the piece.
The piece of what?
Your piece.
Oh, man, of course I'm going to keep my thing, man. Come on now, dog.
So,
no amount of money is going to replace that.
Exactly. So for you go to that robot brothel, you and whoever you going to take, can you imagine all the couples that's going to be like doing threesomes with the robots now?
I mean, hey, man.
How is she going to twist around?
There was a good episode. I don't know if you watched this show called Black Mirror on Netflix, where this woman, her husband died in a car accident. This is like a Twilight Zone type show.
Okay.
And her husband died in a car accident. So she got like a... They basically got his memories from all his social media interactions, and they put it into an AI that sounded like him, talked like him, and then they put it into an artificial body.
But that's what they do in rappers.
Pretty much. What, like Black China?
They don't have the Gucci man. They say they
cloned him.
Gucci man.
That Black.
Yeah, man,
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, man. Oh man, man. I don't know. I'm cracking a joke, but you're not lying. AI is the way of the future.
Yeah.
But for a little kid from a hood to grow up watching the Jetsons, always looking and saying to myself, "Hey, that'll never be true." Here you are today. With the phones, know everything you do. That you go back, like my wife, she don't be understanding that because she is an Android. Android users are slow. I tell people that. Apple users, we're a little more advanced than Android users with technology. Android people, y'all a little slow. But she always says something like, man, how did it just pop up on my phone? I'm like, what? I just was talking about this, and I say, because you searched that before.
Yes.
Your phone it remembers the stuff that you like. So they're showing you what you like. Nah, that can't be true. I mean, it is
psychic.
what it is. You know, it is what it is, man. Figure, come on, get in the conversation, man. Come on, get in this conversation.
What's up?
What you think about the robot?
I think the robots is kind of crazy.
Would you sleep with one?
No.
You lying.
No,
What if they had one that was built like Amber Rose?
Nah, I couldn't
and
do
talk like you didn't even know.
Boy, you lying. Your wife's not gonna hear
it better feel like Amber Rose for real.
Nah, that we won't.
I mean, a lot of porn stars let them make molds. Like Lisa Ann, for example, she got like a fake thing where they molded it after her real thing. So I would assume if they got like an Amber Rose sex robot, she would have her body molded into that robot.
We should have knew they was coming with this, because all of a sudden the sex dolls was so hot item last year. That was preparing us for these. But what's going to happen is, that's what you just said. They're going to be able to, or they're going to go on the website and you say, let me order Amber Rose. Let me order Nicki Minaj. Let me order Cardi B. And these people going to be talking like these people.
Yep.
Wow.
That would annoy me.
That's just crazy. That's so crazy, bro. I cannot believe, bro, what the world coming to.
I'm not surprised, man. We've been heading down this dark road for a while now.
Man, hey, but a robot, I don't want no robot, though. I'm like you, man. You know, you're going to be like, why is it wet? Because 4 guys went before you.
Okay. Moving on, as a PR person for ESG. Here's a good topic of your manager, my sister, and we could all get in on this. Stuff that black people love that white people don't know we love. Now, what are y'all ideas? Figgy, you start us off, man. What do you think black people like that white people don't know that we like?
I'm trying to think. Nothing comes to mind right now, but
like TV shows, anything.
I feel like a lot of black people like Friends. The show Friends. It's a lot of black people that like that show and think that's the best show all time, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, Seinfeld. They did.
Yes, I was going to say Seinfeld.
Yeah, that was one. This is what I'm drinking. Starbucks.
I mean, people been known black people like Starbucks. You go to some Starbucks and there's nothing but black people working there.
Yeah, but in the hood, they discriminate against Starbucks. My homies, they ain't just hood cats, so they be like, man, they coffee costs $10. And I'm like, bro, that's stereotype. The coffee does not cost $10. The coffee only costs $2. That's a frappuccino latte. Why that costs $10? You know what I'm saying? But
nobody goes to Starbucks for just a regular ass coffee.
No,
that's
man,
the thing.
You might well go to the coffee
they go to the frappuccino deluxe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's one
with
thing.
Ice cream in it.
I don't think. Would you say golf now?
Golf? No. Not well.
Tiger Woods at one time had
yes, yeah.
Tennis.
I don't.
People watch Serena.
Figgy actually likes tennis a lot.
I'm a big tennis guy, even outside of Serena. But I don't see a lot of black people that
really watch it.
Yeah,
I only think they watch it because once the twins came.
Yeah.
I mean, not twins. I'm sorry.
Once Serena started wearing them skirts.
Yeah. For real.
Shoot. UFC, I think, might be one.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of that.
Yeah, for sure.
We already mentioned Seinfeld. What foods
baseball
do black people? There's some black people who really like baseball.
I mean, back at one time, because it's not in the
That's
black
the thing.
community no more.
Yeah.
You have to pay so much to play Little League baseball.
And that's something they take out of high schools, too.
Yeah.
So usually in the hood, it's basketball, football.
That's it. That's it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And baseball give you the best contracts. So would you be conspiracy theorists and thinking that and thinking like
they're trying to move it out? So
yeah. So you blacks can't get all this money.
Could be.
They want us to get CTE and all that.
I'll say one thing that just came to mind that I don't think white people know that we like. Black people do like the Japanese anime, like the cartoons, the Dragon Ball Z, all that stuff.
Right, you're right.
We grew up on all that, man. We actually like that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think white people know that we are fans of that because I was looking at Des Bryant, and Des Bryant was talking about it today.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he was talking about, the new Dragon Ball Z movie looks so hype. And I'm like, yeah. So it's becoming more accepted for black people to talk about it.
What's it called? Not Lord of the Rings.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, black people.
Yeah,
I mean, at first, you one thing you like that, but I'm talking about something even more different. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. You like Harry?
I don't like Harry Potter.
I'm old for it now, but the youngs, oh my God, young black kids really rock with Harry Potter, bro.
Yeah,
for real.
I agree.
Now, what about the show MASH? You remember the show MASH?
Man, you had to watch MASH if you had a stepdaddy. If you had a stepdaddy, you had to watch. Oh, and what was Gomer Pyle? You remember that? Was he on MASH?
No.
He was on that was something else, I think.
What's the other show with the old black police? I mean, the old white cop. Opie. And the little dude, Opie.
Oh, Andy Griffith show.
Yeah. That's where he's from.
Those shows was cool though.
I mean, they made you watch it. I mean, that was never a black person really. I mean, you might have seen one black person on there, but that was a white.
I've
show.
never seen a black person on that show.
I mean,
that show came out in the
'60s.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And like you say, MASH. I hated MASH. Oh my God!
It was time to go to bed when MASH come on.
Man, when that came on,
terrible theme song.
Do you remember this as a kid, Benny Hill?
Yes, I remember Benny Hill.
My mama wouldn't let me watch
that.
Benny
Music
Hill.
was hilarious.
Now let me think of something super white though. I know black folks don't like this. Hockey.
I'm
look, he almost let it come out of her.
No, of course not. But
it's crazy though, huh? You really don't hardly see black people support hockey though. So I guess I went backwards on the question.
Yeah, you kind of did. But you are. I've seen a couple that PK Subban dudes playing. Go ahead.
Rock and roll.
Be more specific.
Rock music.
Because rock and roll is black. So there's that.
Not the white, not the normal. When you see rock and roll, you just don't automatically think of the Jimi Hendrix and everything. Like we know that.
Yeah.
So like classic rock.
Are you thinking like Nirvana and all that, or?
I'm just saying rock and roll. Period.
I agree.
If you ask a young urban kid or black kid, what is rock and roll? They're not gonna name anybody black. We would,
yeah,
because we know the history of the music. A young urban black kid, they ain't gonna say no black people. They gonna say Red Hot Chili Peppers and everybody else.
I got one. Things that black people love that white people don't know we love. Phil Collins.
Hell yeah.
Oh, because of Pay the Fool?
Yeah. Everything. That song was in everything, man.
For real.
Sampled by Tupac, everybody, all these rappers.
For real. That's a great one right there. Let me see.
Yeah.
That is a super good one. Because you're not lying like that. Y'all really remember no Beatles songs?
Nah, we don't mess with the Beatles at all.
Oh, Maroon 5? Black people like Maroon 5.
I think so. Adam Levine, yeah.
I think black women like Maroon. Yeah. Adam Levine.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, I don't know if you ever talked about this, but they're performing at the Atlanta Super Bowl in February. Maroon 5.
What?
People got upset because I guess they thought they were gonna have Migos out there.
Man.
But then they said, okay, we're gonna have Cardi B and somebody else out there too.
Somebody weird. Yeah.
But Maroon 5 is headlining the Atlanta Super Bowl.
Wow.
So I guess black people gonna really like them then.
Well, I guess, but The Voice is such a big show, and Adam plays a major part of The Voice, so that's what that is. But anyway, we have to come up with. I like that topic. I like that. We have to come up with that again.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So how long we been on? We've been going hard.
We going for a while.
Like Jim's and Juice.
About an hour 30.
We acting like Jim's and Juice. I think
you
go ahead and wrap it up, man. I think we hit on everything big that we missed.
That's what the business is, baby.
Shoot. So what you got going on, man? Promote what you got.
This week I'm just working, just wrapping up the movie. But we just launched our Instagram. Yes. So for everybody out there, make sure you follow ESG and Rockett podcast on Instagram.
Yes.
And my regular Instagram, ESG World, and that's what the business is.
Yes.
We'll be rooting for Figgy Browns to get another win this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Who the Texans play? We don't know if Deshaun Watson will be playing.
They play the Bills. Who knows?
The Cowboys play?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, it is what it is. And what you got going on?
I'm just chilling, man. Check out the Gems and Juice podcast as well, please. Just had our 50th show.
50.
Also, Figgy's birthday, so we had a little party.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Everybody was drinking.
Had a party. Y'all didn't invite me. Forget y'all. You squares. That's what it is. But I had my own party, so that's all right. Matter of fact, your birthday was right with the Southport Mexican birthday. So
really,
yeah. So it's going down, baby. We out of here. The ESG and Rockett Show. Make sure you tune in weekly. We'll be right back next week. We don't know what guests we might have. It could be. Matter of fact, I think I'll go to the penitentiary and interview Bill Cosby and see how he's going.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You like that interview?
Exclusive. I like it.
I'm going to get exclusive. See y'all next week. ESG and Rockett Podcast Show right here. Bow. Bye.
Peace.
Yeah. Fanatics View, what it do. Bow.